on an average. So all these muscles get inserted over here. Now look at this diagram. This diagram is showing insertion of recti. As we know, for recti, four rectus muscles are there. Medial rectus inserting onto the sclera 5 mm away from the limbus. Inferior rectus inserting onto the sclera 6 mm away from limbus. Same is in case of lateral rectus, 7 mm away from limbus, and superior rectus 8 mm away from limbus. Now look at this diagram. This diagram is showing insertion of oblique muscle. Look at the superior oblique muscle. Now as we know, the superior oblique muscle takes origin from the from the lesser wing of sphenoid, and it is situated above and medial to the optic canal. And this muscle is running forwards and at the pulley trochlea, which is situated at trochlear fossa. Now, as we know, the trochlear fossa is situated anterior superior part of roof. The anterior medial part of roof. And here from the pulley, the direction of muscles change, and it is directed backwards and downwards and lateral, and get inserted onto the eyeball. The point is, it is inserted behind equator of eyeball. Same is over here. Look at this inferior oblique muscle. As we know, this muscle takes origin from orbital surface of maxilla and just lateral to the lacrimal groove near the anterior border, and from here look at this muscle is running laterally just below inferior rectus muscle, and then deep to the lateral rectus muscle and inserted onto the sclera behind equator. Now see, the oblique, superior oblique as well as inferior, both are inserting between lateral rectus and superior rectus, and the important point is both these oblique muscles get inserted behind equator. Now look at the direction of this muscle. It is directed laterally, backwards and upwards. Look at the direction of superior oblique muscle. It is running laterally, backwards and downwards. So these are the muscles, recti and oblique muscle. And levator palpebris superioris muscle, as the name indicates, the very important role is to elevate upper eyelid to open the eye, and it is this muscle takes origin from the body of sphenoid. Now let us see the nerve supply. The nerve supply now see the nerve supply of all these muscles, extraocular muscle. The recti, the superior oblique muscle, supplied by fourth cranial nerve, and lateral rectus supplied by sixth. Remaining all muscles are supplied by third cranial nerve. Now the fourth cranial nerve is trochlear nerve. The superior oblique muscle supplied by trochlear nerve. Sixth cranial nerve is abducent. The lateral rectus supplied by abducent nerve, and remaining 5 muscles supplied by third cranial nerve. And this third cranial nerve is nothing but oculomotor nerve. So the formula is very easy to remember by scheme. LR6 SO4 whole thrice. LR6 lateral rectus supplied by 6th nerve, SO4 superior oblique supplied by 4th nerve, and whole thrice nerve by remaining muscle supplied by third cranial nerve, that is oculomotor. Now see the movements of eyeball. Now this moments occurs along the transverse axis. Look at this diagram. Along the transverse axis. So this along the transverse axis, eyeball moves upwards and downwards. Around the transverse axis, eyeball moves upwards and downwards. Upwards movement is called as elevation, and downwards movement is called depression. Another movement occurs along the vertical axis. Along the vertical axis, the eyeball moves medially or laterally. The medial rotation and lateral rotation. These movements also called as adduction and abduction. Medial rotation is adduction, lateral rotation is abduction. Now another movement occurs through along the AP axis, anterior-posterior axis. Anterior-posterior axis. Here it is. And along this anterior-posterior axis, eyeball either in-turn or out-turn. The in-turn movement and out-turn movements is described in relation to the direction of movements of upper margin of eyelid. Upper margin. If upper margin moves outwards or it moves inwards. So if movement is inwards, then it is called in-turn movement, and outward is out-turn movement. So this torsion movement is described in relation to in terms of direction of movement of upper margin of pupil, whereas rotatory movements described in terms of direction of movements of center of pupil. If center moves towards medial side, then it is medial rotation, lateral side lateral, upward moves upward rotation, downward moves downward rotation. These are the movements. And the point to be remembered that torsion movements hamesha in-turn and out-turn is in relation to the direction of movements of upper margin of pupil. See the action of individual muscle. Look at this diagram. The medial rectus is responsible for medial rotation of eyeball, and lateral rectus responsible for lateral rotation of eyeball. Look at the superior rectus. Superior rectus elevates the upward rotation and medial rotation and in-turns. The superior rectus responsible for upward rotation, medial rotation and in-torsion, whereas the inferior rectus responsible for downwards rotation, medial rotation and out-turn. The action of superior rectus muscle, as it is very obvious in this diagram, the superior rectus brings upward rotation, medial rotation and in-turn. If you look at the action of inferior rectus muscle, it is responsible for downward rotation of eyeball, medial rotation of eyeball and out. Look at this inferior oblique muscle. The inferior oblique muscle responsible for upward rotation of eyeball, outward the lateral rotation of eyeball and out movement. Same is in case of superior oblique. If you look at this, superior oblique brings downward rotation of eyeball, lateral rotation of eyeball and in-turn, responsible for in-turn movement of eyeball. So these are the movements of individual muscle. But if you look at the pure muscle, single pure muscle, pure movements of eyeball, then it is very obvious. Look at this. the medial rotation brings about by this muscle, superior rectus muscle, medial rectus muscle and inferior rectus muscle. Why? Because you see the internal movements and outer movements neutralized by these two, and this downward movement and upward movement neutralized by these two muscles. So these three muscles brings medial rotation. Same is over here. Look at this. The lateral rotation brings about by this muscle and this muscle. Why? Because the internal and outward movement is neutralized, the upward movement and downward movement neutralize the all three muscles, superior oblique and lateral rectus and inferior oblique is responsible for the lateral rotation of eyeball. Same is in case of downwards. These two muscles, they are responsible for downwards movements because these two neutralize, medial rotation and lateral rotation neutralize, internal and outer neutralize, and the pure movements is downwards. So the downward rotation brings about by superior oblique and inferior. Same is over here. Inferior oblique and superior rectus muscle responsible for upward movement in the same way. So that is all about the eyeball. Thank you very much.